Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're playing blue-white familiars, but we're playing some spice up in this list. We've got 4 Lotus Petal right here in the mana base. Instead of playing 19 lands and 3 Lorien Revealed, I'm playing 18 lands with 4 Lotus Petals, and then I'm cutting on 1 Lorien Revealed, 1 Counterspell, and 1 Strands from the main deck. So what is the idea here? Why am I doing this craziness? Basically, I think that Familiars needs to be slightly faster. It's going to push us over the edge a little bit. Sunscape Familiar by itself is already a cost reducer, but we run out of, we're always like 1 mana short of doing the things that we want. So as we move along through our deck, I think that this is going to make a big difference. I'm actually 9-1 playing Lotus Petal Familiars, so we'll see if we can keep that streak alive. But the idea is that we're going to accelerate as fast as possible to get to our big end game, which is Deep Analysis, Muldrifter, Lorien Revealed, just doing our big stuff. And because we're an end game deck, we need to get through the early game faster. I decided to cut on the one of Strands and the one of Destroy Evil, so I'm replacing them both with a singleton Echoing Truth. Echoing Truth can deal with the Kuldotha tokens. It can also deal with a suited up creature from Blue-White Glitters, and it can tempo out some terrors or anglers or whatever that we're going to face in the metagame. It's also a bounce spell that can be used against elves or walls or whatever, as well as it can bounce Journey to Nowhere, it can bounce Vogel's Things. So hopefully that'll be good enough for our kind of answer anything slot. In the sideboard here, got 2 Circle of Protection blue, specifically for terror, 2 Last Breaths. I've gone down to 1 or 0 in the past, but I keep pairing into elves and walls, so I said, none of this. I'm playing Last Breath. And then I've got 3 Nature's Chant, which is Destroy Artifact or Enchantment. It's essentially just Disenchant, but it's 1 in a green-white hybrid. And because Sunscape Familiar cost reduces green and blue spells, that means this costs just white with a Sunscape Familiar in play, making it strictly better in this deck. I'm playing 6 Blue Blast. I wanted to play 7 or 8 Blue Blast, but I think 6 is fine. And I think that you have to play 6 now with red in the metagame the way it is. And then I'm playing 1 of Negate and a 3rd Counterspell. I'd like to have more of these types of effects, but the thing is, we just have a metagame that's very centralized or like stuck on just a few decks, so it's okay to go overboard in trying to beat those. And we're beating big endgame decks most of the time anyway, because Familiars is going to win the card advantage and the mana advantage war in those matchups. If you're interested in more about Familiars, check out the Patreon. It's patreon.com/calicais, where I've got sideboard guides on previous iterations of this deck. If you want to talk to me about how to sideboard with this one specifically, you can always sign up for the Patreon and hit me up on the Discord channels in the Familiar server. And then make sure to like and subscribe because it helps the channel out a lot. And leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this. I know that I've been dipping my toes into Burn lately, but we got to go back to our roots. Maybe I'll put Lotus Petal in Altertron. You never know. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into the matches, and I'll see you there. Okay, round 1, we're versus Bloodel or Bladey Eye. I have no idea. And we have... So this is turn 1 or turn 2 Familiar. I think I'm going to keep this. We've got the Faithfuls for the red decks. We can go Faithful Preordain turn 2 potentially. I have no idea. They said Glucathon opponent. That's the turn. This is where Lotus Petal may be a trap. Like we didn't really do that much. Find out. Darksteel Citadel. Okay, so they're on the Glitter Affinity deck. So we want to get the Faithfuls out. We also want the Familiar in play. This looks like potentially a Thraben Inspector here. Just play Frogmite and a Frogmite. Okay, so I can play the Familiar and then play the Chancery. Seems pretty good. Familiar. So I can block the Frogmite, play the Chancery, pick up the Floodplain. And then this next turn I would probably just Faithful Preordain. Want to save the Snap for a suited up creature. They are going for it right away. 7 damage. And they're leaving up Metallic Rebuke. All right. So representing Metallic Rebuke specifically. Okay, let's go Faithful into Preordain. I would be really surprised if they rebuke here, but I would be also very happy. It's Preordain. As soon as the rebuke is out of their hand, we basically just win. So I'll take the Drifter and the Island, play the Floodplain. Now next turn I can snap this and go off, or like play the Mull Drifter after. I snap plus Counterspell. Gingerbrute for our opponent, we're going to be taking 9 and going to 5. I guess they're not going to use this. I'll try to block. They can activate, holding up Metallic Rebuke still. Sure. We take 9. Land. Snap your Ornithopter. A3, sure. So now we can untap 2 lands. So the question is, do I care about playing around another? I think it's better to just not care about them top decking and glitters here and play out the Faithful. And then I can just evoke this Drifter for cards. Found a snap, so I feel decent at this point again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we would be dead to glitters off the top right now. Or they can put us to 7 at the moment. Okay, they drew land for turn, they have Ornithopter in hand, they can make the Gingerbrute unblockable and attack for 1. Swing away. Okay, we draw a land, so I can Modern Age, draw a card, go to 9, I can just discard this land most likely. Don't know if Ephemerate's going to do anything here. Let's just discard the land, pass the turn. We have Counterspell. I think I will Counterspell a card draw spell or the glitters. Opponent is making their Gingerbrute unblockable. Swings in. You got it, buddy. Donk, we're at 8. No big deal. Lotus Petal. We can discard that. Play our land. So it's an easy fodder now at this point for the Modern Age. And then our next turn we can snap and replay the Modern Age potentially. Play Thraben Inspector. So that's cycles, which is probably fine. I don't think I need to counter a cycler. We have 2 cards in hand, and they have 1 mana available. There's an Ornithopter. They decline to attack, so they should be holding up a Rebuke now. So we can potentially put Rebuke in their hand. Ooh, hello. So let's cast Lorien Revealed. It was a Rebuke. What? I had no idea. It's funny. So I'm going to snap the Gingerbrute because that costs mana. And get that off the table. And then I'll pay. Because I do want those 3 cards. So now I have Lotus Petal, Archaeomancer. I could Petal, Cycle, play an Island, or just also play the Ash Barrens out as a land. I think I just play the Barrens, pass the turn. We can't hold up Counterspell here at the moment. I guess we could Lotus Petal for Ephemerate. That might have been better. They drew a Mirror Enforcer for turn. Play the Gingerbrute. Okie dokie. X for 1. No problem. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use the Ash Barrens, grab the Lorien Revealed for cards, Chancery, picking up the Ash Barrens, play the Lotus Petal out, pass the turn. My plan is to block an Ephemerate. I think they're dead, but you never know. We're going to stop them from drawing cards, I guess. I'm going to auto yield to this so I don't lose so much clock. Opponent swings in, will block and block and block and block. They're going to lose a Frogmite. We are going to Ephemerate the Archaeomancer, getting back a snap. They scoop it up. Well, that was easy. Give us a GG. Okay, GG. We're gonna bring in 3 Nature's Claim and then just completely cut our interaction. So we're all in on destroying their stuff. I don't care about the stack whatsoever now. I'm just going to kill everything. So we're looking at turn 1 Petal. I think this is a mulligan. I mean, it's already sort of a mulligan, right? This looks like a mulligan to 6 where we have an island. And at that point, I think it's still a problem. We're going to mulligan. This is probably fine. We'll keep and get rid of the Archaeomancer. And then the plan is to turn to the Modern Age Pitching Deep Analysis to try to draw cards. And then we will be able to hopefully not die. And go. Opponent plays a Frogmite. So I'm hoping they don't have a Ninja right now. They cast a Thoughtcast, which is maybe better than a Ninja. We find a Snap. Modern Age, discarding the Deep Analysis. So if they tap out for Glitters, we just Snap. And then probably Deep Analysis from the graveyard. Raven Inspector. 1 mind, they have 1 mana available. They got another Frogmite on the table. Casts a Springleaf Drum, 2 cards in hand. Next turn they'll have 4 cards in hand. Gets in for 2. I'm looking for a Plains so I can get this Faithful onto the table. Ash Barrens or Plains would be fine. A Chancery would also be okay. My opponent is laughing about how Pauper is broken. It is indeed. Gotta go fast. I'm gonna discard the Modern Age here. Well, this is gonna be a problem if they counter my Faithful, but I guess we just try for it. Plains and play the Faithful. I think the reason that I want to get the Faithful into play is just for tempo, and if they counter right now, then they won't have a counter for the Snap. Next turn I'm going to have a blocker anyway. Okay, so we can't counter. Then they attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They don't have it. Or they didn't in their hand. Another Springleaf Drum. So we're just hoping to dodge. They have a Gingerbrute. So they attack for 5. Okay. Guess now we have to use the Deep Analysis, go to 9. Next turn we go to 8. So we're just gonna actually it's gonna be worse than that because of the Frogmites. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're gonna go to 5. Another Thoughtcast. Raven Inspector. This is not great. I mean, we could potentially snap the Frogmite, but that's pretty bad. We draw a card. Another Thraben. Sure. Gingerbrute is now unblockable. They attack. Okay, block. I really definitely needed that Faithful. I'm going to cycle for an island. I'm at 5. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a Faithful. Okay, so I'm less scared now. Play the Chancery. Pick up the Plains. And we pass the turn. Right now we're making up the damage from the Gingerbrute. So if they go for the Glitters on the Gingerbrute, I'm just going to do nothing and then let them make it unblockable, and then I'll snap it. They just have a second one. That sucks. So we have to block here, snap. I guess I'm going to cycle this, grabbing an island. And then I have to block here. I can block, and I'm going to evoke a Muldrifter, hoping to find a Nature's Chant. Take 3. Okay, Preordain is a good start. Any sort of bounce spell or a Nature's Chant. Bottom. Oh, I could just cast the Muldrifter and block. 1, 2. Will I die? Block, block, take 4. I'll be at 5. Let's bottom. Found the Nature's Chant. Blow this up. Still going to take 4, so I have to evoke this. They have a Gingerbrute and another Gingerbrute, so I'm dead. Lame. This is not the kind of gameplay that is very fun, but it's okay. This is the way it's supposed to be. Try again, draw better. Keep. So we have turn 2 familiar. We really got that counter on the Faithful was pretty bad for me. I guess that was really where we got hosed. We have a turn 2 Nature's Chant, so if they only have a regular artifact land that I can blow up, I'm just gonna kill it, I think. But I could play the familiar turn 2 and then go kill your land preordain. They play an Ancient Den, Ornithopter. I think now I'm gonna blow up their land. And then it'll be our turn. They have a second white source. They're zerging out. Gets in for 1. Now we have a single blocker on the ground, and we can preordain. Opponent said, hopefully they do something with the ban list on Monday, but that is not how it works, because that's not part of our format. The format is not actually the PFP does not do anything with the ban announcements. Okay, we're gonna block. So we're in a position where if they don't have a second land here, okay, we're gonna cycle this, grab an island, play a land, Arcane Answer for the Nature's Chant, and then seal the deal, I guess? We'll see. They have a land and a Mere Enforcer. So I don't know why you're attacking unattacking. We can Nature's Chant the land, Echoing Truth the Mere Enforcer, and Deep Analysis. Pull this up. Deep Analysis. Land. Get rid of that. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that Mere Enforcer is free, it looks like they're going to Ninja here. Could really use some. Well, I think I can. I don't know what to do here. We're in a position. I need more white sources, I guess. Hello. Go ahead and kill that. Donk. Let's Deep Analysis. Game Answer. Get back the Nature's Chant. You can trade here next turn Mortuary Mire. I asked for a plains and I was given a plains. Top deck format. It's in the Ornithopter. Okay, what we're gonna do is block the hacker. It appears they're going to hacker again, so I guess, I think I still want to just trade with this one, and then I will Nature's Chant the second one. They're going to allow it. Okay. Let's cycle for an island. Play Mortuary Mire. Pick up the Arcane Answer. I don't know if I want to play the Modern Age right now, because I'm really looking to just discard this island. I guess I can convert the island into a draw here. We can always ephemerate and get back Lorien Revealed for another island. Draw and discard. Probably not worth playing out the Arcane Answer at that point. I can ephemerate for the Lorien Revealed right now. Not do it. They've got a blue source. They cast Thoughtcast. I'm going to go ahead and blow that land up. Frogmite. Nothing, okay. They're attacking. So I will block and block. If they ninja now, I'm going to ephemerate and then I'll bounce the ninja. Point truth. Just bounce that guy. Keeping them on the back foot as much as possible, making them have very little mana. Okay, they say the GG's. We win match 1. We'll see you in match 2. Round 2 versus Luffy. He's been on mono red burn. This is not a great hand versus that, but we are on the play and we have our 3 lands, so I'm gonna keep it. Still kind of concerned about that though. You know what? If I die, I die. The issue is that we really need to hold up an answer for the name sticker goblin, but you can't really play around it at the same time. Like you can't hold up an answer while advancing your own game plan, at least in familiars. So that's part of the reason why I want to hold up. Okay, there's the turn 1 epic here. We don't know if he has a Lotus Petal in hand or not. Could turn 2 us here. We're going to Chancery, pick this up, cycle for an island. Pass the turn. He also has a lot of burn in his deck, so this Sunscape Familiar is not very safe. Another epic here. That's 2 damage. Unfortunately, I feel like I have to just like land go. Finally, it resolves. Called out the Rebirth. We're not in a good spot. It's 5 damage. Kind of need a snap. I mean, that's why we have 6 Hydras in the board, right? They're like, okay, I'll just attack for 5, no big deal. Yeah, I know. It's bad for me. This is not a good situation. Damned if you do. We don't have any. There's a Bushwhacker. They can just cast it. That's 6 on the table. Weird aim. Find a Lotus Petal. Bottom. Still gonna bottom that. I think, okay. Play the familiar, probably just die. I accept my fate. Alright, on to game 2. Way too crummy of a hand. I think I should have just been way more aggressive at finding some early game plays because these are just too slow. So we're gonna bring in all the Hydros, cutting Ephemerate, Familiar, Archaeomancer, 1 Deep Analysis, both of the counter spells. That should be good. We have answers to the rest of the game. If we can survive, we can win, but surviving is hard. At least we have 6 answers. Who knows if he's going to bring in relics. So we have land into Preordain. Lotus Petal. Flicker is pretty not great. Mortuary Mire is not great. I guess I talked myself into mulligan. Okay. This is my best hand, I guess. Land, pass. Counter everything. Counter. And pass the turn. So they could petal out a name sticker goblin and then kill me. They just go for a goblin. 3 damage here. That is a lot, but we have a faithful. That's the turn. So this is 2 damage a turn now. Let's counter the Reckless Impulse. Now I can't block because I'm afraid of a Chain Lightning or a Lightning Bolt or anything. We have a Snap. I'm going to lead on. I guess I don't need to do that. That's the turn. Sorry. 4 mana. They have high. I'll counter the Synthesizer. Trying to keep them off of cards since I have no card draw. They are going to Reckless, finding 3 mana Goblin. Okay, I'm going to block and then see if they bolt it. Plays a Swift Spear. Floodplain, pass the turn. So they can Goblin, and I can't really do anything about it. You get the mana. They have 6 mana. Plays a Lotus Petal. Okay. They're going to attack for 5. I'll block. I need a Mole Drifter, or a Deep Analysis, or a Modern Age. Another Kuldotha. Man. My 3 Blue Blast hand was not good enough. Yay, that was really good. Zoom. Pass the turn. Love that one. Oh man, that was huge. 6 for 1. Really 2 for 1, but it felt like a 6 for 1. Gets in. We're going to block. Okay. Take 1 and go to 14. He had no cards in hand. He now has the Chain Lightning, so we will snap it. That's the turn. And untap our lands. Looking for a Mole Drifter. Play Faithful. Play the Island, because at this point I think I can just ditch the Petal to its Modern Age. And we're stuck in a point where we just have to block no matter what. Block. Nothing. Okay, we have a snap now. Opponent's going to attack. We're all just sitting here. I got rid of a lot of their card draw, so that's why they're stalled. But I haven't drawn any card draw whatsoever. Okay, so we have a Mole Drifter. They didn't have a burn spell, so that means they either are sitting on Petals, or they're sitting on a Bushwhacker, or potentially a Red Blast. And if they're on Red Blast, I think I'm just going to... Let's just evoke this. We can have Snap available if they... Please don't have a Red Blast. Brutal. They were top decking and they got the answers. We found a way to draw cards and just didn't do anything. So they must have multiple Red Blasts in hand and or Koldothas. They've already used 2 Koldothas though. This again. Another name sticker Goblin. So they're just putting more creatures on the table. They must have just top decked that. Draw. Come on. I'm gonna cast this Mole Drifter. What a champ. This is what's called the Luffy draw. Epic here. So he's holding a mountain in hand likely. Gonna discard the mountain to the blood token. Brutal. And rips a Bushwhacker. Snap a Goblin. Take 6. Can I please draw another Mole Drifter? I drew 2 Mole Drifters. Oy vey. Okay. Deep Analysis. I go to 8. I can Mortuary Mire. Get back the Drifter. Then I can play the Modern Age and pitch the Lotus Petal and put the Drifter in hand. I'm at 9, pass the turn. So I drew a Drifter, I drew a Deep Analysis. Can't really complain about that. They replay the Sticker Goblin. And they're going to attack for 4. We're going to go to 5. Next turn they have 5 unblocked. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you draw another one? Not this time, okay. We draw an Archaeomancer, so we can go Petal. Finally, Petal Shining. And we'll play the Archaeomancer, grabbing a Hydroblast. So now we can block the 1-drops and the Name Sticker Goblin. Next turn we'll have 1 more blocker as well. And then we can Deep Analysis. I think I'm going to block here and here and here in case they have a Bolt. This would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lightning Bolt the Mole Drifter. Kill the... They did have a Bolt, which is interesting. We're going to Deep Analysis. Chancery. Okay, pick up the Mortuary Mire. I don't think I can afford to Deep Analysis this turn. Maybe I have to. We're going to block these 2 and take 3. This is tense. Okay, block. Block. They know I have a Hydroblast in hand. We're at 3. Can't cast the Deep Analysis now. Draw. Go for the Lightning Bolt face. I have to counter. On a Sunscape Familiar. So I can play Familiar, play Mortuary Mire, get back the Archaeomancer. Oops. Say yes, and then I can Deep Analysis, go to 1. Now I'm at 2. Play the Archaeomancer, and then grab a Hydroblast. I could actually also just snap. I'll get the snap. And then this is going to gain me a little bit of extra life because I could snap the Archaeomancer and then replay it to get a Hydroblast. They scooped it up. Phew! That was hard. That was hard. Turn 15 versus the red deck. Wow. Okay, so nothing to do, just submit. That Echoing Truth was good. Roll to 5. Okay, this is a really good hand. Keep. Swift Spear, go. Okay, land. Drew. Just how we drew it up. Land, kill your Swift Spear. Synthesizer, go. Nope, they get a mountain. Darn. That is bad. Okay, land. Preordain. Lotus Petal, Drifter. Okay, top and top. Play out the petal. Pass the turn. This gives me 2 blue blasts. Okay, counter. Let's counter before they draw. Another Pyroblast. Counter Pyroblast. Guess I'm just countering everything. They're out of mana though. They find name sticker that they can't cast. Okay, that was a good and weird series of events. Preordained, find Floodplain and a Snap, so I'm going to top both of these. Play the Chancery, picking up the land, and then next turn, if they play a creature, I can Snap and Drifter. Plays Sticker Goblin. So they're out of mana after they do all whatever nonsense they can do. Bushwhacker. And a Bushwhacker. Oh, geez. Gets in. Well, gonna snap this one. And tap and cast a Mole Drifter. Looking for Faithful. They recast the Sticker Goblin. They have a bunch of mana. Play a Synthesizer. Final land they can play. Up the Great Furnace. Also crack this. They find a Chain Lightning. Bad news. They're getting him for 2. We're at 8. We need, okay, I found a Hydroblast. So I can go Faithful, Floodplain, walk, Hydroblast. I think I just Hydroblast. It's tough to say. I don't want to take 4. Play the Floodplain. Kill the Name Sticker Goblin. Pass the turn. Swifty. It's bad. To block here. 1 mana. They're going to bolt that. I think I have to cycle this. Well, it doesn't probably matter. Let's cycle it. Grab an island. Play that. So our plan is that they have absolutely nothing, we block here, and then they have absolutely nothing again. We're going to go to 2, minimum. Okay, they had nothing. So we can go land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cast Mole Drifter, play Petal, play a Familiar. Okay. They may have a land in hand. This is really tense. A Ren's Resolve. I'm gonna counter. We're gonna go to 1. Then I think I have to snap and replay my Mole Drifter. Okay, never mind. Let's deep analysis. So I can get back to Faithful. If I snap and replay this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Faithful, Modern Age. So that leaves us dead regardless. If they draw a burn spell, I snap and but not if they draw an attacker, like a Bushwhacker. Talk myself into getting the Faithful. I'm going to snap and replay the Mole Drifter anyway. I'll just go ahead and get in for some damage. Snap. Cast Mole Drifter. Cast Faithful. Cast Modern Age. Go to 2. Not that that really matters. And then hope to dodge. Land. Okay. We find an Ephemerate, so I'm going to lead on Ephemerate here. Luckily I didn't have my auto yields on. Draw and discard. Okay, we can discard the island. Play the Familiar. Oh, I messed up, I guess. Let's deep analysis. Go to 3. And then Arcane Answer for a Hydroblast. Okay. Wow. Man, both of these matches were really hard and brutal. I guess that's interesting. Whew, GG's. Let's see in round 3. We are in round 3 versus Shirei. We have a hand that I think is probably not keepable. Turn 1, tap win. Turn 2, get an island pre-game. I'm gonna mulligan. That's bad. Okay, so now we're mulliganing, trying to find Chancery Island. Mulligan. Boo. Keep this one, this one, this one. Island go. We're just keeping the lands basically, and the draw spell. Opponent plays a Plains Ornithopter, so we are now against. Question is, do I cycle or not? And I think, oh, okay, Heroic with Ornithopter? Weird. Modern Age. Discard my other Modern Age, I guess. I like the land here. This Deathblade Elite is going to be a problem because running out the Faithful just runs into the Deathblade Elite and they can just walk right into it and kill it. 2 damage. Sure. Well, right now it's just 1 damage. So we're playing against Heroic. I have a bunch of Nature's Chants, which are kind of medium. What is this? Alright, that's a good draw. I'm going to discard the Deep Analysis, play the Ash Barrens. Even though it's not a blue source, I don't like that I have to play this out as just a colorless land, but I would like to draw some cards. So that was a pretty good recovery from my mulligan overall. Not great, but pretty good. And then what I want to do is get this Lorien revealed and cast it, but don't have enough colored sources. Cartouche, their Laguna Band. They get to scry. It's pretty solid. I have not yet seen this creature in play. Slumbering Keepguard. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, scry 1. You can pay 3 mana, and it gets +1/+1 for each enchantment. So we're going to take 4 and 5. 5 damage. Oh no, I have to block. So weird. Okay, block. Alright. So Chancery is going to allow me to pick up the Ash Barrens and then cycle for an island. And then I can pass the turn. So this next turn, I have enough mana to hard cast the Lorien Revealed. And if they're going to kill the Vector Glider with the Deathblade Elite or something, I'm going to block and Ephemerate so that I can continue chugging through my deck. So it looks like they're going to attack. This is 4 damage. They provoke the Faithful. Okay. Block. I want to save my Ephemerate for when this is bigger than 4. But that kind of makes me not want to blast the Lorien Revealed because I won't have the mana to cast Ephemerate. So if they... Okay, now I have Drifter Ephemerate. I think I will just go for that. And I'm playing out my land in case they have a crazy thing like Mana Tithe. I really want to get Mana Tithe. And drawing 4 cards here is going to be sweet. We find a Lotus Petal. So this is a situation where Lotus Petal is really nice because if I draw a Snap, I can play Lotus Petal and potentially cast the Snap if they do something like make this bigger. I can snap this. Okay. We draw Faithful. Do I play the Snap out or the Petal? I could play the Petal right now and then Faithful. Probably worth it. So I like this little extra mana here. Nice little chunk. We're going to Benevolent Blessing that thing. Giving it protection from blue, I assume. My hope is that they can't kill the Muldrifter on this next turn, because I would like to Ephemerate it. Looks like they were worried about a snap. We're going to go ahead and play the Faithful. No attacks. They went bottom on their scry, so they're probably still looking for their 3rd land. Okay. Are you going to Deathblade Elite my Muldrifter? Protection from blue. So if they have 2 spells, 6, 7, I think I'd probably have to block that with the Faithful this turn. Go block, cancel, block here, block here. So this way they have to use the prevent all damage thing if they want this to live, or they can do the +2/+2. There's a lot of options that they have. They're going to prevent all the damage, okay? So my Faithful's going to die. Their thing lives. If I find a snap, I can snap this. If I find my Echoing Truth, I can Echoing Truth the Benevolent Blessing. Echoing Truth plus snap would be best here, because I could Echoing Truth the Benevolent Blessing and then snap this thing. The Petal, I have Ephemerate. I think I want to just Drifter Ephemerate again. I can snap this guy. Okay, Muldrifter resolves. We have an Ephemerate. I'm looking for a Familiar. There it is. So we can go play the Familiar, play the Lotus Petal, pass the turn. I don't think I need to attack. The Ethereal Armor, let's go ahead and snap it. So snapping it before it goes onto the creature would allow us to get past that scry value that they're going to have. It looks like they don't have a protection spell. So we can cycle for the Ash Variants and then probably use all our mana. So far Lotus Petal has been pretty decent. And now I don't have to block whatsoever on this. Taking 5. Next turn I could play Mortuary Mire to get back Familiar as well. So I could make more life off of all of my spells. I'm going to cycle for an island. We'll see what happens with this Ephemerate. Really would like to find an Archaeomancer. Draw 2 cards, draw for turn. Familiar. Play the Familiar. I'm going to start with draw 3 cards. Another Faithful. So I can play the Faithful and then just evoke a Muldrifter now. And that'll put me to 9. So Muldrifter, okay, there's my Echoing Truth. I can Echoing Truth the Benevolent Blessing and then counterspell on the way back down. And now I'm just trying to find a snap again. You know they didn't have protection before. Sentinel's Eyes makes it 7 damage. So we're going to look to block. Plays Deathblade Elite. So they'd have to have mutagenic growth to kill me here. Is that a risk I'm willing to take? I'm gonna just let it go. Do you have mutagenic? They don't have it. Cool. Okay. Just Echoing Truth the Benevolent Blessing. So now that's off the table. We're gonna tap our land, play the Chancery. Don't need to get anything back from the graveyard this turn. I just want to make value off my snap by snapping this. Boom. Yoki. Our opponent is sad. We're gaining life. We're going to draw 3 cards. Okay, we have another snap. I think I'm going to snap and replay my Muldrifter. That allows me just to see more cards. Now I can just Muldrifter here. Still have my 2 mana available for the counterspell. 2 more Lotus Petals on the deck for potential more blue sources on the table. Find an Archaeomancer. So let's just play the Archaeomancer, grab Ephemerate for Ephemerate, and then Ephemerate. I guess we can just hold up Ephemerate, don't have to use it. And they scoop it up. Alrighty, what did we mulligan to? 4? We mulliganed to 4. We went Modern Age into Deep Analysis and dug our way back into the game. That's why I love that interaction. Okay, so we want the Nature's Chant and potentially negate over the second counterspell. That's fine. Submit. Okay, game 2, we have a pretty good opener. To make sure I click the keep button, not the mulligan button. We'll go Faithful into Modern Age. They lead on Ancient Den, Lagana Band. So we're going to play Faithful, and this means that they are playing Glitters in their deck. Probably why they have Let's face Ornithopter as well. And then for a Modern Age, we can afford to pitch a Muldrifter given the Mortuary Mire. We'll see what we draw. Do you have glitters? They have it right now. Well, we could. Geez, 4-8. It's a big one. We need to snap ASAP. Basically, right now we need to snap. Do not draw it. We will Modern Age. I think I'm going to discard this other Modern Age. Just discard a Muldrifter. Discard the Drifter. Pass the turn. If we draw into Drifter Ephemerate here, we can Drifter Ephemerate with the Lotus Petal. It's a 5/9. Now they have a Slumbering Keep Guard, which they can also make gigantic. Actually, it'll only be a 2/2. We are at 12. Draw a Floodplain. Let's discard the Floodplain. Then play the Mortuary Mire on the Muldrifter. Pass the turn. Maybe that was a mistake. Because now I can't use my Modern Age. But I can maybe use it later. Next turn I can hardcast a Muldrifter. Cartouche. So this is now can be a 3/3. Let's see how they scry. Next turn I'm going to get a Modern Age and a Muldrifter in play as chumpers. Sentinel's Eyes. 9 damage. 11 damage. I'm gonna the blocks. Go to 1. Now I have a 2/3. Play a land. Play a Lotus Petal. And Muldrifter. Turn 4 hardcast Muldrifter. They don't appear to have a what's his face? Manatithe. It's gonna be a 4/4. Neville Blessing on what? Blue. So this has a chump. Chump, kill that. Chump, kill that. I don't know. Does not look very good. I think I'm just gonna go to the next game. We maybe could pull it out. Not sure what the sequence would be that would get there. Looks like it was fine to just go. So we need a fast hand. Seems like Nature's Chant is probably gonna be better than Negate. Submit. Maybe we can cut a Deep Analysis, but maybe Archaeomancer for another chant. We have a chant now. Let's keep. If they lead on a artifact land again, I might just blow it up. Cycle for an island. Pass the turn, your turn. They mulligan to 6, go plains, Deathblade Elite. So we can, let's see if we draw a land. So I'm passing. Wonder if I can, so this is not great to have to pedal land Muldrifter. Okay, nothing. They deal me 1 damage. Standard Bearer. Okay. Let's preordain. Bottom and top. Play at the Lotus Petal. Play my familiar. Then I'm going to play my next Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal looking pretty sad in this game here. Because we don't have lands. If those were lands, I would have been fine at this point. Pretty sad. We really need lands. Sentinel's Eyes. Okay. It's a 2/2. Ethereal Armor. Okay, it's a 4/4. It's Nature's Chant. That's the turn. If this dies, I'm just dead in the water at this point. They forget to attack, so that's cool. Play their Keep Guard. 1 card in hand for our opponent. Let's cycle for an island, just so that I can make sure I make a blue source. And evoke the Muldrifter. Looking for Snap. Find a Faithful. Petal into Faithful is decent. The highs and lows of Lotus Petal right now. Okay, they have 1 artifact. 1 card in hand. If they kill my familiar, I'm still going to be dead. I really need to get this deep analysis off so that I can start hard casting them. Very nervous. They attack. Provokes the familiar. I mean, we could draw another land. We've only seen luck here. 2, 3, 4, 5. That means there's 13 lands left in the deck. I'm still going to deep analysis here, even though I want a Nature's Chance at Sentinel's Eyes, just because the Sentinel's Eyes can come back. Okay. We drew 2 land drops in 1. Perfect. Very good. Next turn we can Familiar and flashback the deep analysis, holding up Nature's Chant. Double Sentinel's Eyes. My Familiar is dead. They can make their Keep Guard a 3/3. I wonder if I should just not block the Keep Guard to pretend that to like get them to tap out. They make it a 3/3 anyway? Do they have Mutagenic now? What was the point of that? Find a snap. Try to preordain into a snap. Find a flicker. Okay, play this. Play Familiar. Play Lotus Petal. Deep analysis. Still looking for a snap. Did not find a snap. That's okay. I still have the Nature's Chant or the Flicker. When it plays a land. Okay. I'm going to Nature's Chant. Maybe incentivizing them to pump their Keep Guard right now, because it'll become a 3/3. I don't think it matters either way. Oh, I forgot that the snap would only hit the standard bearer at this point. That's true. True. So we're going to go block. With one thing in the graveyard, they can just Sentinel's Eyes again. We find Chancery. So we can play the Chancery and pick up the plains. Find a Faithful. Play the Chancery. Pick up the plains. I think I play out the Modern Age, discarding the plains. And then I deep analysis to draw 2. And then hold up the Ephemerate to keep the Familiar alive. Now I'm looking for Arcanemancer or Muldrifter. Preordain. Not terrible. I mean, next turn we can Modern Age away an island. We'll play Faithful into Preordain as well, which is a lot of life. We have the Flicker. Another Deathblade Elite. So we finally attack for with everything. Yep. And now they're pointing it at the creature. So something familiar has to block the Deathblade Elite. Faithful is just going to block the thing that can get pumped and make it hit for 1. Yep. This is pretty classic heroic versus familiars, just kind of a standoff of nobody doing anything. I'm just going to yield to this. We get to discard the island. And then I can actually Echoing Truth the Deathblade Elites. No, I can't because of this. So Faithful. I keep forgetting about the standard bearer because nobody really brings it in against me. So a snap. All right, that's good. Top, land. We go ahead and snap the standard bearer. That goes away. You know, they still could have protection, I guess. Untap these. We'll go Drifter Ephemerate. We have an Ephemerate on top as well. And at this point, I think it's garbage time, as Aspiring Spike says. They are super dead. Ephemerate here. There's like nothing they can do. Okay, so we have Lauren revealed. Guess I'm gonna play Faithful, and then just Echoing Truth. These. Feels good. Finally have something. So they have Benevolent Blessing. I'm gonna snap in response. So they were holding a Benevolent Blessing the whole time. Let's untap our lands. Echoing Truth is gonna fizzle because the creature no longer exists on the battlefield. But they have this other Deathblade Elite that they can put the Sentinel's Eyes on. And I will draw this way, just so I can keep up the ephemerate. Draw 3 cards. Could also ephemerate out the Lotus Petal, but I'm just going to try to keep that in play as long as possible. That's the turn. No attacks. No messages. Opponent plays an Ornithopter. Kind of a weak card. We're going to Sentinel's Eyes on the Deathblade Elite. Pretty expected. They get to scry 1. So many triggers. They're going bottom. Maybe they saw a land. Plays a Standard Bearer again. Standard Bearer does not stop the ephemerate. Plays another Deathblade Elite. Okay. So as they attack, they're not going to attack. That's weird. We could have ephemerated there for more cards. We just decided to pass. Actually, I just got lazy and just went to the next game, next phase. There's an Arcane Answer, so that's all she wrote. Arcane Answer. Ephemerate. Ephemerate for snap. I'm gonna start trying to hyperspeed this. Snap this. Tap our lands. Ephemerate the Arcane Answer. Get back to Echoing Truth. Echoing Truth these. And then I'm gonna flicker for 2 cards. Get back to flicker. Find another snap. So at this point I can Modern Age and discard my Faithful, because it's not required. Could also snap your other Faithfuls and then try to get them off the table. Discard this. Let's snap a Faithful. The more triggers that are on the table, the more time it takes to get everything done. I can just play a Mulldrifter. We just turn the corner pretty rapidly. Let's pass the turn. We can hold up the flicker in case of shenanigans, but at this point we don't even need to snap their creatures. We just flicker on our turn, or flicker after they attack. So here we're going to discard the Faithful, then see what happens. We play Standard Bearer and Deathblade Elite. They have 8 minutes to play Cartouche of Solidarity, and I do not care at all. I'm actually going to use my time on my end step to draw 2 cards off the Ghostly Flicker and just blow my pedal. Now it's just about ending the game. 2 cards. What I'd like to do also is find my second Arcane Answer so I can get rid of these Faithfuls that are just bogging me down. It's triggers. Doodle-a-doo. Okay, we draw a land and a Lorien Revealed. Ephemerate. Okay, I'm going to Ephemerate again. Pick up my Ephemerate. There is a Familiar. To draw and discard, let's discard a Plains. The Island. We can play Ephemerate here. So Snap and Ephemerate both cost 1 mana. So I don't have to worry about the second Familiar for the Ephemerate. I'm actually going to Ephemerate again. Get back my Echoing Truth, which also costs 1 mana at this point, off the 1 Familiar. I'm going to Echoing Truth away these. It's annoying. Snap this. Then Echoing Truth my Faithfuls away. I have to deal with the triggers. These. Familiar. Modern Age, discarding a Faithful. I only have 10 cards left in library. So let's preordain. I think we already played a land. Well, I found the land I was looking for. That's our flood insurance, or making sure that we don't actually deck ourselves. Play another Modern Age. Discarding another Faithful. And I will attack. I'm at 58. There's nothing you can do. End step, discard, Familiar. Play an Ornithopter. Okay. They're probably going to chump block with the Ornithopters. They play Standard Bearer again. Sure. So they can provoke my Arcane Answer, and I'll just flicker. So we just do this. They have no cards in hand. I probably would have been a little bit sketched out if they did have any cards in hand, because they could play the card that actually exiles this from the graveyard. But they've shown us they have nothing. It walks. Back to the rebound time. One can only guess what they are attempting to do here. Like, maybe they're going for the deck out, which is probably reasonable at this point because they haven't seen that I'm not going to deck. But even if I decked this turn, oh no, they did win game 2. I was just thinking maybe they would just time out the match. Just want to finish the match and get on to the next one. So we're going to draw and discard a creature. Draw and discard my Learn Reveal because no one, well, I'll discard this Chancery over here. Now I have another creature to attack with. This turn we're attacking for 6. Next turn it's 8, 9, 10. So it should be lethal. Let's play the Mortuary Mire, get back 1 random creature. Say yes. Play Archaeomancer. I'm going to get back Snap the Standard Bearer, and then I'm going to flicker for the Nature's Chance to kill the Ornithopters, and they scoop it up, finally. Finally! On to round 4. Okay, round 4. We're 3-0 versus Zamu, who is Zamu? I don't know. But he has been on mono red. So I'm going to mulligan. And this is a much better hand versus mono red. Question is, what do we get rid of? I guess it's probably just the Ash Barrens. We have a turn 1 Faithful. We probably just play turn 2 Chancery, cycle for an island. But the Lorien Revealed in the graveyard is better than having an Ash Barrens in the graveyard, because we could get it back with an Archaeomancer. It's mono red. Swift Spear go. Lotus Petal. You know, I'm actually really proud because just really thankful that everybody agrees that Lotus Petal is the better version of the deck, because that was my innovation. So I feel good about it. Well, it wasn't really my innovation, right? Other people were doing that kind of stuff. They attack, we block. The Seal of Fire is a problem. Okay, cycle. Get an island. Probably should have cycled the Ash Barrens there, so that was a mistake. Here we have to just evoke the Drifter. Another Swift Spear, land. So, block. Take 4. Okay, we're looking for Snap, looking for Echoing Truth. I guess Snap isn't as good in the face of Seal of Fire. Hey, look, the Archaeomancer I was talking about. So they can Seal of Fire the Archaeomancer. There's a Lotus Petal. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6 damage this turn. Can't really afford to do anything. Cannot lose my Faithful. Find a Snap. So I'm going to Snap. Does that help? Well, it gains me a life, right? Snap this. They probably aren't going to shoot it with the Seal of Fire. They do Seal of Fire it. Okay. We have an island. No attacks. So this lets me block here. No card. Okay. So another Snap would be our best draw, or Preordain. Echoing Truth is also quite good. Echoing Truth. Lane Mortuary Mire to get back the Mole Drifter. Okay, so we have a blocker. Synthesizer for our opponent. Ren's Resolve is really good for them. Bushwhacker Rebirth. So they could Bushwhacker right now. They're going to Kuldotha right now. It's going to kill my creature. Walk here. And then I can just go land, Archaeomancer. Basically dead. Get back the Echoing Truth. Echoing Truth these guys. That's the turn. So now they can kick the Bushwhacker. I'll go to 1 off the Swift Spear, assuming they have nothing. Walk. Kill the Swift Spear, or the Bushwhacker. Go to 1. Play the Mole Drifter. I'm looking for, I don't know. Guess Modern Age is fine. Play the Modern Age. I'm gonna discard one Deep Analysis. It doesn't really do anything. I might need the mana. Dead to any burn spell. They're tapping a red mana, which makes me think they have a burn spell. They have a Kuldotha. Okay, so we're not dead. Experience goes to the graveyard. Cast Preordain looking for Faithful. Snap. Okay, so top, play the land, play the Familiar. Okay. Play the Archaeomancer. Things are definitely happening. Grab the Echoing Truth. Bounce these. Once again, pass the turn. Still dead to any burn spell. They cast Namesticker Goblin to get a creature on the board. No attacks. I'm going to lead on draw 2. Play Faithful. Then I'm going to snap the Swiftspear. Untap. Keeping this open for the Ephemerate. Cast another Deep Analysis. Go to 3. Play this Floodplain. I'm not dead to a burn spell now because I can play around it. So maybe I just Ephemerate right now. Grabbing the snap. Oops. I cannot believe that we were able to get to this position. What a crazy match. I guess these matches have been very back and forth and very tense. Reckless Impulse is very scary. They have a Lotus Petals and a Mountain, so we got lucky. Wow. What a game. Good league so far. Lots of crazy things happening. So we're going to get rid of, we're bringing in 6 Hydroblasts, getting rid of these counter spells, too slow. Archaeomancer, Deep Analysis, Familiar, and then 1 Ephemerate. We have Blue Blast Petal. I think that's a mulligan. We have Blue Blast Petal again. Come on. Mulligan? I almost talked myself into it. Okay, we finally have a keepable hand. Keep, snap, Ephemerate. Done. We're going to go land, Blue Blast your first thing. Land, Faithful Preordain. Ooh, blast that. I maybe, given the second Faithful, I should have gone Faithful first and then Faithful hold up Blue Blast. Okay, they Reckless Impulse finding an Epicure. We're going to land, Faithful Preordain. Lotus Petal Preordain. I don't need the Petal. Just need blue spells. So I'm probably going to cycle the Ash Barrens, go Faithful Preordain again. Just use all my mana. Epicure puts me to 19, and they find Petal Goblin. Okay, cycle, grabbing an island, then we play Faithful and a Preordain. Find a Preordain and an island, I have to bottom this, put this on top. He said, no more good decks. I said, Blue Blast strong. It's true. Okay, they went Namesticker Goblin into Experimental Synthesizer. Crack the synthesizer, find a synthesizer, or they find a Kuldotha. So at this point, they're going to blood token away. If they have a Bushwhacker, it's a huge amount of damage. They're going to Kuldotha away their land, and then Bushwhacker. So I'll take a lot. 10. Just double Kuldotha. And a Seal of Fire. Okay, I guess I'm looking for Echoing Truth, Preordain. Hydroblast is good. So I can Hydroblast the Seal of Fire and then block these. It's probably fine. They do get to deal me 2 damage. So I bottomed a bunch of lands, which makes me not want to shuffle off the Ash Barrens. They only have 2 mana available. I feel like I'm gonna die. I go to 22. They're gonna hit for 7. Block. I'm looking to draw Archaeomancer or Moldrifter. We did it. Pray for no Red Blast. They didn't have it. Ha! Crazy. Ah, they had the Bolt this time. So they didn't have the Red Blast, but they had a Bolt. They're going to discard a goblin. Gerblin. Once again, I'm asking for a Muldrifter. You find a Modern Age? Okay. That's 2 life. Draw. Discard this Flicker. Modern Age again. Discard a Snap. Pass the turn. We're at 13. We're taking a lot, but we're going to be able to go Arcane-Mancer into Hydroblast. Oh no, they found a Bushwhacker? Oh no, or another Rebirth. So at this point, we have to find exactly Echoing Truth, I guess. Block, block, 6, 7, 8 damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where's my Echoing Truth? Draw. Discard this land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I discard the Arcane-Mancer or the land? Discard the Arcane-Mancer. Discard the land. We have Echoing Truth as our out. Evoke. Go to 7. Ephemerate would be okay. I'm at 7 now. So I can block 3 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're dead. Bummer. Try again. That's just Pauper for you. You have to have the heart of the cards. Okay, Preordain, Snap, Ephemerate. I'm gonna keep. It's lacking on a few things, but we found Chancery and a Snap. So turn 2, play the Chancery. Turn 3, Snap Deep Analysis. I'm gonna keep it. So we are drawing a Snap here. Epicure for our opponent. Maybe I should have just dug for a Blue Blast. It's not great to have no blast in hand. And this is not something I really want to snap. It's like time walking myself. Another Swiftspear. Gets in. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to pass. Reckless Impulse. Echoing Truth of Swiftspears. Pass the turn. We find Bushwhacker, Epicure. So we're going to play the Epicure. Get in. Cast a Preordain. Hydroblast is great. Petal is not probably that great. Top. And pass. Play Swiftspear. There's another Swiftspear. And they have the Bushwhacker that we're going to counter. Do I want to take 4 right now or snap a Swiftspear? I'm going to take 4 right now. Okay. Faithful. Snap the Swiftspear. Tap, untap. Snap another Swiftspear. Tap, untap. Draw. Go to 13. Okay. Draw some more. Go back to 11. Play this Lotus Petal to save my Faithful from a burn spell. Play double Swiftspear. Triple Swiftspear. Okay. So the only thing that can save me at this point is going to be Drifter Ephemerate, I guess. Jesus. Okay. Opponent had triple Swiftspear. Wow. And I had nothing. My Echoing Truth was decent at that one moment in time. Okay, block. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. See what happens. We go to 3. You Ephemerate. Do you Seal of Fire my Faithful, or just make it so that I will die? They're just going to Seal of Fire here. So we're going to Ephemerate. Ephemerate again. Play the Familiar. Chancery. 1, 2. Okay, this will put me to 2. But they have double Blood Token. There's literally no way that I live through this. Put up the good fight. Blood Token away a mountain. 2 cards in hand. Reckless Impulse. Okay. Finds a Synthesizer and a Lightning Bolt. 2 free for the red. I mean, we tried. We really did. On to round 5. Round 5, 3-1. We're versus Galio Giao. Gonna mulligan, and then mulligan again because we only have one lander. None of these were Lotus Petal though. Maybe mulligan again. But we're keeping here. I think we just put back Archaeomancer and Ephemerate. We're playing Idyllic Beachfront. So it's probably Jeskai Ephemerate, if I had to guess. Which is not great. Oh, it's CawGate. Okay, I feel a lot better about that now. Play this. I'm gonna pick up our Mortuary Mire. I can play Lotus Petal, evoke the Drifter, and then Mortuary Mire it back. 2, 3. Chancery. So I've seen you can hardcast a Mole Drifter. Let's do it. So this was like just a little bit of extra oomph on the mana base, basically. Ooh, Lotus Petal. Potential Ephemerate on the Archaeomancer on turn 3 after hardcasting it. Just don't want to get wrecked by a Spell Pierce. So if they brainstorm into a Journey to Nowhere, I'm going to Ephemerate. They have 3 mana available. Let's cast a Preordain, looking for lands. Got a Lorien Revealed. So I'm going to play this Mortuary Mire as my land for turn and attack. And pass the turn. Cycle the Lorien Revealed and go ahead and probably just hardcast the Deep Analysis. Cast a Journey to Nowhere. We will go for Ephemerate. Likely Counterspell. Okay. I'm going to Island Cycle. Grabbing my island. And pass the turn. So if they have Bojuka Bog, it's a problem. Yep, they have the Bog. I got kind of blown out by that different time. We will Deep Analysis. Island. Deep Analysis again. Pass. This is the list that, yeah, I ran into this list and they Bojuka Bogged me so much that I ended up like timing out. We only have Echoing Truth for the Journey to Nowhere. Flashbacks. Just gotta play fast. I think they're on multiple Guardians as well. Played one Counterspell only. They don't have Counterspell now up, but they can Brainstorm plus Squadron Hawk for a ridiculous amount of value. And Squadron Hawk. I can snap, Archaeomancer snap, and then have mana left over. They still don't have any Basilisk Gate. Double snap now. Snap this one. Tap. Play it. Oops. Just go ahead and play my Archaeomancer. Get back my snap. Snap that one. Play another Archaeomancer. Grab and snap. Go ahead. So Flicker would be a good thing at this point. We probably have more Journey to Nowheres. They're just playing out Squadron Hawks. I'm not even paying attention to how many Hawks they revealed. I guess they have all the Hawks in hand. Plays a CawGate. 7 cards in hand. They appear to be holding up a counterspell. So I'm going to start with attacking. They're taking it. Let's play out a Godpharaoh's Faithful. See if they counter. No counter. So I guess I will play out this Lotus Petal. So I can play around Spell Pierce and Deep Analysis. Counterspell is fine. Okay, I will cast it again. Another Faithful and a Familiar. So I'm looking, what did I get? Lost. I think we double cast. I remember what happened with this first Deep Analysis. But losing the Lorien Revealed kind of blows. We're going to gate up their Hawk. X for 5. We've got a Prismatic Strands in the graveyard. Let's attack. Send in the team. Play a Sunscape Familiar. See if they have another counterspell. They've used 2. Now I can snap my Arcane Answer, counterspell that. I'll go ahead and snap my Arcane Answer again, I guess. Snap, untap, untap, play another Faithful, play Arcane Answer, grabbing back the snap. So I'm a little bit concerned about the potential for a Spell Pierce on this snap. If I go for snap on that Squadron Hawk, they're going to discard a random island, which is just whatever they had in their library. They have 2 more Hawks in hand. Plays a Dawnbringer Cleric, so I can get rid of a snap. Okay. 1 snap is down. Luckily we're ahead on clock, but it's kind of close. They're going to attack for 6. 3 cards in hand. One of them, okay, so they have 1 unknown in hand at all. Let's just snap it right now. Tap, untap. Save on some life. Seemed like they just had nothing. Let's cycle. Grabbing an island. Play. They didn't have anything, it seemed like. I'm just going to play around Spell Pierce anyway. They might have just been F6 on accident. Let's cycle again. Grabbing an island. Pass a turn. Attack. The issue that we have now is we're out of cards to draw. They're going to go ahead and make a treasure with Heapgate. That doesn't matter that much. If I find something like Echoing Truth, I can Echoing Truth both the Arcane Answers and then replay them both to get back Echoing Truth and a spell, which is a lot of stuff to do, but it is a thing. You have a cat, 2 cards, the 2 Hawks in hand, and then some unknowns. By making some treasures, I'm just F6, I don't really care. They're going to attack for 5, play a Hawk. So there's 1 Hawk left in their hand. Right? No, 2 Hawks. My bad. Get in for 5. We go to 13. Play out Familiar. Make Chancery. 6. This time I'm not attacking because I'm hoping that they attack with the cat and I can block with the Arcane Answer and Mortuary Myriad back to try to get back the Lorien Reveal to draw a lot of cards. But we'll see. They Modern Age. Discarding a Hawk, so now they do have just 1 Hawk in hand. Plays a land, 1 card's left in their hand. So they can attack for 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we have to draw something this turn. We go to 4. Play a Hawk, no cards left in hand. Bojuka Bog was pretty good here. Also getting rid of my Muldrifter was pretty good. Maybe instead of snapping their creature, I should have just snapped and replayed my Arcane Answer for life. That would have probably been a better plan. Alright. Yeah, because we could have just built up some life in the face of this. That's, I think, just my bad. I think I want Nature's Chant. Cut the Echoing Truth. Unfortunately, they can play like a bunch of disruption. So I do kind of want the 3rd counterspell, but I think I just have to play it as is. Maybe on the draw, I can cut 1 Lotus Petal for another counter. Keeping. Pass. So I can cycle for a Plains. Draw. Faithful is good. I think I want to play the Modern Age. Discard this Petal. Get my Faithfuls onto the table and start gaining a bunch of life. I want to try to resolve these Muldrifters. This Citadel Gate's on blue, this Sea Gate's on white, so they don't have any red blasts right now. I think I want to discard, I guess it's going to be a Faithful, unfortunately. Play a land, play the Faithful, and then pass. I really want to be able to resolve this Deep Analysis, and once again, I'm afraid of the Bojuka Bog. If they tap out right here, I'm going to counterspell. Then I can Deep Analysis. Save a tap land. A land. We're going to draw 2. Your turn. We have a Hardcast Muldrifter ready. We also have Familiar into Deep Analysis ready. Lorien Revealed is backing me up with some card draw. They have 4 mana. Play a land, play a familiar, and a deep analysis. Just playing around Spell Pierce. If they counterspell, they counterspell. Looks like a red blast. Okay. So I pass the turn and attack. Opponent plays Squadron Hawk. Gives them more value. One thing I could do is evoke the Mole Drifter for 2 cards, and then if they counterspell it, then I can hardcast the Lorien Revealed. They're picking up their, maybe the Heat Gate, because that's, okay, they pick up the Sea Gate. They tap off of counterspell. So now I can hardcast my Lorien Revealed or the Mole Drifter. I can also cycle the Lorien Revealed, play Arcanemancer. I think I'm going to draw 3 with this Lorien Revealed. So if I draw a land, then I can play the Arcanemancer. Get back the draw 3. I could also get back Counterspell. Let's get back Counterspell. Pass the turn. Don't want to die to Guardian, but they have the Guardian. So now all they have to do is make a couple of Basilisk Gate land drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't attack into my creature. This is blue. I'm going to go Faithful, Faithful, cast a Mole Drifter, gain 3, play Chancery, pick up the Modern Age, or pick up the land, and I'm going to attack with the Vector Glider. So I feel ahead-ish. They play a Squadron Hawk, so now they have just 1 Hawk left in hand. Fails to find. I'm going to make another treasure. They have 4 cards left in hand. One of them is a Hawk. They get in for 2. So just pecking in with the Faith Guardian doesn't do anything right now, just because I have 3 Faithfuls. Let's lead on Preordain. Try to get some card selection. We do have the counterspell to protect if they have a counterspell. Chancery. Guess I can tap, play the Chancery. I'm going to play Modern Age, discarding a Plains. And then cast another Preordain. Arcanemancer, Modern Age. So I want both, I guess. Let's start with Preordain, because I know I want the chance. Okay, let's top, play the Modern Age here. This plays around Spell Pierce. We discard this, and then we play the Familiar. That's, I guess. I could also attack, and then they have to lose 2 creatures for my 1 Vector Glider. If I attack with the Mole Drifter, there's a potential I can get it back later, but they could have a Juka Bog. I'll just attack with the Mole Drifter. They're going to double block. It's okay for me, I think, because we just have more creatures that we can use to get through. Like, we don't have to deal with this Hawks anymore. There's a Basilisk Gate. So now they can attack for 8 per turn with the Guardian. We're gaining a million life. So these 2 cards I do want in my hand. We draw for turn. Okay, I want all 3 cards. Oh, geez. I guess I'm going to put back. Let's discard the Ephemerate. Is that right? We can always Ephemerate for the Lorien Revealed. So I'm going to get rid of the Mole Drifter, I guess. And the Lorien Revealed. Okay, get rid of the Lorien Revealed. Go ahead and play Arcanemancer. I want to protect my Arcanemancer. Get back the Lorien Revealed here. Cast Lorien Revealed. And they scoop. Nice. Let's do it again, right? We have counterspells, Nature's Chant. Okay. So this is a pretty bad hand. We don't have anything going on in the early game. Mulligan. We can turn 1 a Familiar into turn 2 play the Faithful. You put the snap back. Turn 3, or we can just Citadel Gate on red. Island. Pass the turn. Tapping out of counterspell range. We play Modern Age. So now I can play Familiar plus Lotus Petal, and then I can hard cast the Deep Analysis. Faithful. Okay, play the Familiar, play the Lotus Petal, pass the turn. They discarded a Pyro, so they were looking for lands, it looks like. Discarded Brainstorm. I'm gonna Journey. Stinks. So now I'm going to evoke this Drifter to draw 2, try and find more land drops. Perfect land drop, actually. Make 2 land drops in a row, okay. So we're just gonna land into Deep Analysis. Oh, bad news bears for me. We have to Deep Analysis here. I can Petal into Faithful, but I don't know if that is that useful. Let's just get the Faithful out, pass the turn. So this is right now 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Get in. Okay. They have a Pyro in hand, maybe. Floodplain. Draw 2. Pyro. Attack. The Brainstorm. We really get hosed by the darn Guardians. So we're looking for a snap, but we're going to draw 1. Take 7 or 8 here. Doesn't look that good. That fast Guardian is really what kills you. And you could play Prismatic Strands, but it's like, it's pretty medium anyway. They're just going to attack for 5 or 4. Do you have another gate? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to attempt a Deep Analysis. I go to 8. You're going to counterspell, counter back, draw, Familiar. Okay, so play the Fam. We're at 9. This means that there's a possibility we could make infinite life if we can find the Nature's Chant or another Familiar. We play a Modern Age. 6, 7 damage. I'm trying to think about how I can make infinite life here. I can into 3, get the Deep Analysis. I can I can flicker here, go to 3 life. 1, 2, 3, Arcane Answer. Get back to flicker. Lay a land. Draw. Go to 1 life, 2 life. No snaps. So unfortunately, this does kill me. That's disappointing. All right. Let's go back to the game. Draw. So, I mean, the other option was to go Arcane Answer, get back the Deep Analysis, cast the Deep Analysis, which would have been put me at 2 mana available. Then I would have drawn nothing. Then I would have cast, I wouldn't have Arcane Answer. I would have had enough life to flash it back again to draw the snap to snap this. That would have put me to 2 life. But then I would just maybe get there. Then I could like flicker, I could Ephemerate to snap my Arcane Answer to play the Arcane Answer again. I could have maybe lived if I had done it that way, so that would have been the other line that I was considering but didn't do. So now you know for next time. We finished 3 and 2, Lotus Petal Fams. It was kind of interesting. So my previous version of it was playing more Lorien Revealed, and maybe that would have been better. Because Deep Analysis did hose us. I would have liked some bigger card draw spells. But in the end, I mean, we played against Glitters, 3 red, and then CawGate, and our draws did not line up very well against the CawGate. I think Lotus Petal showed that it was good in some cases and bad in some cases. So if anybody wants to tell me how many times it was good and how many times it was bad, that would be pretty helpful. Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.